Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. And sorry I'm running late, guys. This is just a learning curve. Just give me a second to load our video and our comments. Hopefully this works. This is a learning curve for me. I've been doing Facebook Lives for the last 5 years in my Facebook group, but I've never done a YouTube Live before. Okay, I'm not sure why it's not showing. It's not showing in my YouTube channel. Tonight we're going to make some backgrounds, and we're just doing like a test run of my channel so I can kind of get more familiar with this. Because I'm trying to load our video and our comments here. Anyways, hopefully this records, because I can't really tell what it's doing. I tried closing and going back in. I can't seem to find my video. Here we go. Now it's showing that I'm live. Excellent. Okay, so now I'm going to take a second and I'm going to try to copy this and post it into my Facebook group. Some people will know. Here we go. I can share that I'm live. Okay, post that in my Facebook group. There we go. So that's now in my Facebook group. And I can go right back to our video. Sorry guys, this is a learning curve. Okay. Here we go. So I'm super excited. As I mentioned, this is my very first YouTube Live ever. And I have been doing Facebook Lives in my Facebook group for the last 5 years, most of which have gone on YouTube, probably since 2003, I want to say. The end of 2003, 2004, and now 2005. So about a year and a half now I've been uploading my Facebook Lives to YouTube. So unfortunately, in the last week, I was not able to upload my last video. my downloader no longer allows me to do it for my Facebook group. So I decided to start utilizing my YouTube channel. So I'm going to start coming live on Wednesday and Thursday nights, live on YouTube. So I'm super excited. And what I'm going to do tonight, we're going to make some backgrounds. So in front of me, I have a couple of things. I have some paper Artsy Fresco finish chalk acrylic paints. And I have quite a few greens. And I have Seth Apter IZinks. I have his greens here. And I also have his Morning Mist. I have Spring Green. I have his Underwater because it has like a green undertone. And I have his Emerald. And then I have Tim Holtz Distress Inks. Oxide sprays in Wilderness, Bundled Sage, Cracked Pistachio, Evergreen Bow, Forest Moss, Shabby Shutters, Lucky Clover, Old Paper. I have some Hickory Smoke. I have some Ice Spruce for a little bit of a blue undertone. And I have some Pumice Stone to lighten it up with fried burlap if I need some lights and some highlights. So basically what I want to do tonight, I want to make some backgrounds, and we're going to make some backgrounds, and we're also going to prep these for die cutting. So I'm going to have these to create some die cuts from some botanicals and different things like that. So that's why I pulled out a lot of the greens. So when I'm doing this, I like to start it sort of in the middle. I don't like to be too light or too dark, because then I can lighten it up and darken it up as we go along. So I'm just going to add over here, I'm going to add some pistachio. This is a very nice light color. I'm going to start with a large brayer. Hopefully this will be right in focus here. And finally, guys, I'm back in my view of being more horizontal view. So this is even going to be better for my journal tutorials and things. I just need to better situate my camera, I think, maybe, because I can see the floor from there. I don't like that too much, but just adjusting this to make it better. So hopefully this is going to be better. And you guys will be able, there we go. We can see the glass mat. And I put this horizontally so you can see this a little better. There we go. We're just getting into frame and focus. And I'm waiting for the video to catch up. Okay. So we're going to start out with some pistachio. And then I like to have a page where I'm kind of brayering off of. So I'm doing like a little bit at a time to create my layers. So here we go. I can just kind of come in where I'm not picking up a whole lot of paint, and I can just start putting some down like this. And then I can always decide to, maybe my brayer's too big, and I can always switch out my brayers. I use the Tim Holtz one. This one here is from Dilutions. And then I have a small one here for doing smaller things. And then I have one from a different brand. And what I've actually done with that is covered the whole thing in grit paste so that I'm able to have more of a textured look with that one. So I'm just looking to put down not too much, just add a few layers. And then I have it here, and we can sort of mop that up as we go. Now I want to go with maybe some truffle. Let's darken this just a little bit. So this is like a light, it's not brown, but it's like a beigey color. And it's not coming out of the bottle very good. There we go. That's better. And I'm just going to come in there with my small brayer. And again, we're going to bray off on this one and then just add a little bit of texture on here, here and there. So again, I'm not too worried about having a cohesive sort of pattern with this. I'm just looking for lights and darks, so I'm able to have contrasting die cuts. So this is a great way to add some color down to your cardstock before you start die cutting. And then when they're dry, I can also add more colors on top of this to give things accents and to give them more life. Then I'm going to go right into pistachio, and let's go a little bit darker. And I have some agave here. You can also do this on a gel plate. But to save time, I'm just going to be using my brayer tonight. So this is kind of like a nice minty sort of color. Just going to add some color up in here. I like how soft and subtle it is. And I'm going to come into this one here and just add some here. And anywhere where I'm wet, I'm just going to brayer this off. There we go. Okay, so I just have something that generally looks like that. And then I want to come in and I like to lighten things up, and I can either do that with buff or with heavy cream. So let's go ahead and grab some heavy cream. There we go. And I'm going to come in with my smaller brayer because I just want this on a small area. And I'm just kind of spreading it out a bit and mixing some in with my truffle for like a nice cream. And I'm just going to do that a little bit along here. It's going to kind of give me like a gessoed effect. Like that. I just want this very light. Yep, just like that. And I'm just going to kind of kiss the surface, just like that. Perfect. And I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm just coming in, and I'm going to kiss the surface, kind of like this. Lighten it up a little bit, like that. Okay, so I have something that looks like this, but I want to go edge to edge because I'm going to be die cutting with this. So I'm going to go a little bit darker, and I'm going to add it right in here. Let's go with some sage. So it's a little bit, it's still neutral, but it's more subtle. I can just come in and go right along the edges like this. And fill in my gaps. Just like that. And I can add some in the center here. Just like that. So it's going to give me a nice contrast between light and dark. So I really love how that turned out. So when I do die cutting, it's going to give me highs and lows all over the place when I go to do botanicals and different things. So that's our first one. And here we go. I'm going to go right into this one. And on Wednesday, we're going to make some clusters. And I'm hoping to have everything die cut over the weekend. And then we can start making clusters and getting our pages together for our journal. And we can get our pages sewn in. There, I'm really loving that. Some nice contrasting colors. I'm going to come back in with some Hey Pesto. It's a little bit lighter, just to add some accents to this one. And then we'll brayer off onto another sheet. Okay. So some we're going to do with paper Artsy paint, and some we're going to do with some sprays. Got a little, there we go. Oh, way too much. That's okay. Yeah, this is giving me almost like a twisted citron look. And it's called Hey Pesto. So I can just kind of come along here and do some different accents like that. So this is going to give me some highlight. So that's great. There. I can put that one up there. There we go. And we'll do the same thing for here. And we'll add some highlight. Where I'm just slightly hitting that. Here we go. So I really like that. And then I'm going to bring this over to this one. And I'm going to grab the bigger brayer because this is a little thicker. Okay, and these are not soaking wet. They're all right enough for me to stack them over there like that. So this is going to give me a larger area. And I've got the Hey Pesto. We're just going to put this one down. And I have a mix of Hey Pesto and also truffle. So we're just going to come right in here and brayer down our background. And the great thing too about paper Artsy paint is that you can mark make over it and you can use your inks. And I will show you that because it's one of the features that I absolutely love about it. That it dries really quickly and you can use your inks over top. Here we go. So loving that. Just a nice green base with some highs and lows. There we go. And the other technique that I love to do is you take another piece of cardstock and you can just come down and you can do like a swoosh and it'll pick up all your extra paint, and it's a great way to add layers in between things too. So there, I've picked some up and I can do the same thing here and I can just come in and pick up pieces. You can do the same idea with paints that you do with your Tim Holtz inks. And see, and I've got some really neat looking contrasting areas, and it will dry like that if I leave it. But I'm going to leave this side, but I'm going to brayer the other side out. So I do like that for here. That'd be beautiful with leaves for some texture. But this one's really thick, so I'm just going to give that a brayer out. And I can still sort of do it that I'm keeping some of those areas. Okay, now what I can do with this, and we're not fully dry yet, which is no problem. I want to come in with some of my dyeing sprays. This one's Underwater from Seth Apter. Okay. I have a paper towel beside me to sort of dry these off on. And then I have Spring Green. So I really love the color of that too. And as you can see, you can pull it and you can spray it on top of your paper Artsy paint. And the higher you spray it from, the smaller little spray bits that you're going to get. Like here's an example of this one. So if I were to spray this from really high, I'm just going to get these teeny tiny little splatters. I'm not going to get huge splatters. There. That's great. And for this one, we're just going to kind of come in. And we're going to kiss the two surfaces down and see what we get. There. So that's great. Added some texture. Okay. And that's 4 quick backgrounds that we've just done. So now I can move these aside and I can let them dry. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move these too. Let those dry. And we're going to come in with another one here. And this is all I do, guys. Just fold it in half and tear it. I'm using 120 pound Nina cardstock. Just like that. I'm not too worried. We're going to die cut all of this. And I'm just going to come in here and pick this up. All my extra paint. There we go. I got some here. So this is great too, and I'm using Tim's his mat, the media mat that goes over top of the like for inks, and it's giving me really nice texture, so I like that. And then I want to add some. Let's add some Oxide sprays. Let's go ahead and try some Hickory Smoke. I don't think I've used this one yet, so I'm going to have to open it. I have my scissors here. Sorry guys, I'm just opening this up. I haven't used the Hickory Smoke Oxide yet. Some I've opened and some I haven't. There we go. Okay, I'm going to give this a really good shake. I'm just going to pick my camera up a little bit. That'll be better. There we go. Oh, I really love that. Yep. That is the hickory smoke. And I want to go darker this time. Let's add some forest moss. And again, guys, these are all distress oxides. Okay. And we can add some tiny bit of rustic wilderness. That's what I want to hear. So this will have some darker undertones. Okay. And we can add some water to make it oxidize. And as you can see, it's going to play with that paint. Yeah, because we have the hay pesto underneath there. So yeah, we're just going to let it run. Add some more over here. I want to get that nice oxidization. Let it drip. We're getting that like leaf effect. And I'm just tilting it. And we can take our brayer as well. If I want to push it more to the edge, like that, and make it pool, we can do that. Cover that surface here. Reactivate some of our paint. And pull that all in. And give it a brayer. And then we can add some more in here too. I have more of Seth's spring green. Let's add some in there. I like that. Just to give it something else. Some more depth on top of that pumice, or sorry, on top of the hickory smoke. There, and I'm just going to leave that one to dry. Before I do, I can come in and just put this down and pick up some of that extra. That top layer is like magic when it transfers. There we go. Perfect. And I can put this one over here to dry, just like that. And then I'm going to come down with this, and I'm just going to pick up what I can from here. And we can do the same thing where we add a little bit of water to our paper Artsy paint here to reactivate it. And I'm just going to come in here like that with the brayer. And I can come in here like this. And it just gives me that subtle look. Just like that. Okay, and I'm going to add some agave. I'm just going to come right in and add a tiny little bit here. Okay, and I can just kind of skip it along. And just subtly. It's another Seth Apter technique that I love, where he's just adding it little by little, one layer at a time. Going with some heavy cream. And again, just a tiny little bit, and it'll go a very long way. It'll just lighten it up. Like that. again, with this one, let's do some more dark green. Nice emerald green for some contrast, some splatters, and we can add some water to activate it. Seth's Seth's IZink sprays react very much the same way as Tim Holtz Distress Inks. So they play very much the same way. So I just wanted to share that if anyone's new to his products. There, I just wanted to pull some off. So again, you can see that paper artsy paint that reveals the layer underneath. That's why I just pulled the layer and put it on the other one, and it revealed that that layer of heavy cream that we have there. And for the sides, I think we're going to do some forest moss. I want to darken it up a little bit around these edges. So I'm just going to go ahead, and leaves are kind of muddy at times. So this will give me some contrasting color here as well. And then we can just, brayer it right in. It's going to give us that yellowy forest floor sort of feel. There we go. So I love how contrasting these are. It's going to, once they're die cut, the die cuts are going to be amazing. It's going to give us lots of contrast. And again, I just want to activate the oxides so they're chalky. Okay, and I'm just going to brayer the whole thing out to smooth my surface and to blend all those layers. So again, when I add the water and I blend everything, you can see how I have a beautiful contrast between all the different layers that I have, and then the layer on top is going to kind of blend in with the background layers. But then because I've lifted this one, this is popping, so I really love that effect. And you can do stamping in that too, either in gesso or in paper artsy paint. So it's another great way to bring out the layers. So I just wanted to share that. So I think, guys, I've got 5 sheets now, no, 6. So let's just recap, because I'm going to leave it at that. I'm very new at the YouTube live, so I'm not really sure what to expect, how the video is going to look when it's done. So this is kind of just a test run for me. We're just playing with some backgrounds tonight. I didn't want to do anything too detrimental with the journal or anything, because this is just a test run. I don't know if it's going to be better for me to do YouTube lives or it's going to be better for me just to upload videos. I don't know. So we're just going to kind of play it by ear and see how this all goes. But definitely it's off the table now for me doing Facebook lives and uploading them to YouTube, because my downloader no longer works. So I just wanted to share that. So this is all just kind of, a test run. We'll see how things go. Nobody joined me this evening. That's okay. Everybody can check the replay. I was late also coming to the video because I'm trying to figure everything out. I'm hoping the audio's okay and the visual's okay. So I'm going to go back and check all this out. And again, guys, it's just tonight was just an easy play with your paints and your Oxide sprays, and I use Seth Apter sprays. So I just wanted to make some subtle backgrounds that I can turn around and die cut over the weekend so we can continue with our journal. So hopefully the video turned out well, and I will keep everyone posted. And I posted the link in our Facebook group, so if someone wanted to join, they could. And going forward, I'm usually live on Wednesdays and Thursdays. So hopefully we can still keep that up on the channel. But if not, and the viewership is low, I'm just going to upload videos and then everyone can watch them at their convenience. So we'll just kind of play this by ear. All right, guys, have a fabulous weekend. Thank you, everyone, for watching, whoever watches the replay. And like, subscribe, and leave me a comment if you want to see something, or you have any questions about products. So thanks again, everyone. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks, everyone. Bye.